can relax. Still asking myself the same questions, ignore the facts, I can't turn back. God, please answer me, I'm sick of guessing. I clench my fist, it's gut-wrenching. Show me the way to the piece that I'm missing, I'm not religious. But remember this, I live my life with the best of intentions. Don't bullshit me, it's hard to believe. And everything around me is so diseased. So answer this, who the fuck are you? And who the fuck am I supposed to be? Should I listen to God and all his prophets? Listen to the greed that aligns my pocket. Listen to the hypocrites compared to the prophet. Listen to the pain that I've clearly adopted. I can't move on when I'm stuck in the past. Hard to forget with a flag at half-mast. Hard to live in the mood so fast. And everything around me is made of glass. And I wanna let you know that I got the message. Stuck in the rut and I'm up for suggestions. But where the fuck is the light of my tunnel? So hand me the balance, I'm starting to stumble. They always say that the strong survive. How do we know too young to die? When happiness is in short supply, they hand you a pill and they tell you to try to love you. And I can't deny. Drive myself crazy with the reasons why I can't come to terms with the word goodbye. And the reason is there's no reply. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades, color fades. Give me the courage so I'm not afraid, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades, color fades. Give me the courage so I'm not afraid, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Yeah. I want you to listen to me. Now pay attention. Welcome to my sideshow, enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit, this family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent, I gave in. I was hell-bent, I still lost you in the end. I take 2 steps forward and I take 3 steps back. You can hear the contradiction, maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of feeling weak, no sleeping and repeat. Lose your mind and then you find it and get buried underneath the happiness, the pain, and you be getting no relief. What the fuck am I saying? All you faggots paying attention. God blessed you with ears, but you idiots never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart, let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I sit back and I reflect and I think about the past. It's set in stone, I have to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes, I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days of sin wonder. Are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, what I made of. I suggest that you just keep a zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scare myself from what I really might do. I keep telling you, I've got a couple screws loose, but you refuse to believe the things that I say to you. That's okay, you can join me in the institute. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I am back, I am better than ever. I survived a little storm and kept my own shit together. But inside my desperation, I was seeking desperate measures. There's a change up in the season, and I'm just a little weathered. There's a thin line between happiness and misery. Pursue the truth, life is not a fucking mystery. Get a clue, common sense is not your enemy. I was just like you, concerned with just the victory. I used to be a hothead, got a firm grip on my temper. I'm on that next level, balanced out, I'm centered. Pain is dangerous, it seems to be my motivator. I'm the type to shoot first and ask the questions later. Can't tell me nothing.
Hey, just a second. We'll be live in just a second, guys. I messed up, but I'll tell you in just a second.
What a motherfucking lullaby, so fire up that cigarette. Pour a shot that multiplies. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back. Come on, get relaxed. Take another hit. Headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me.
I messed up the timing of all this, guys. So we're live now. I apologize. But we were supposed to have Pimpy, Rice TV, and M was coming on with us. But what happened was I ended up with Tony, but some people didn't get the notification. Some people didn't know, and I thought everybody was going to be here. We've had to reschedule it till Tuesday, but I wanted to let you guys know that I messed up, and we can still hang out and do a little short show. We got Tony with us, if nothing else. What's up, Tony?
Hey now, what's going on? Good to be back. Good to be back on YouTube. Hello, chat.
That's right. So Tuesday at this same time, it'll be 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 9 p.m. That's British summertime with where M's fans are over in the UK. We actually messed up the scheduling. Not everybody had it. And then when we went to go to the show, there was like a couple people that didn't know it was even going on. So instead, we decided to come on and hang out with you guys. What are you guys doing?
Hey, this is my first
can't
time
find my
live
YouTube.
on my
Here it
new
is.
Facebook, by the way. Just wanted to say.
Your brand new Facebook.
That's right. My brand new Facebook. Spanking new. I'm streaming on Facebook for the first time. And sorry to
Tony Two
all the
Fingers.
followers here. That's right. 2 times. Gonna get the papers.
Oh.
So apologies. This is Will's fault. So apologies to everybody who's in my chat here. So.
That's right. That's right. You got when you have a show with 5 people on it, you got to make sure all 5 people know that they're on it.
Well, it's actually my mom and all of her devices, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand.
At least on mine. I don't know. You actually have people following you.
Guys, I do. Tony, I do have a clip to show that.
Oh yes.
A never before seen clip of this. Let me set this up, okay? This asshole. Some asshole thought that he could come on someone else's channel, and when they make a claim that's absurd, that's over the top, that doesn't make any sense, ask them to, where did you get this information? Can you corroborate this information? Can you prove it? Have you got a source? What a prick, you know? Somebody actually come on and ask you to prove what you're saying?
How dare
I couldn't believe it.
With the cowboy hat.
let me grab this clip right quick. I'll move this over here out of the way, but let's see, what did I name it?
I just put Will's other channel in the chat there, guys, if you want to jump on over there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Sorry about the miscommunication. I thought everybody knew, but everybody did not, and I wasn't going to ask somebody to come on with zero notice. And all right, here's the clip. This is the type of assholes who ask you to verify your information and your sources. Okay, this is what you get with those types of people. So here is the video. This is Mustang Medic.
Maybe
here we go.
I might get him on there. I'd like to give Jeff B a chance to weigh in here, and I got a pile of callers that I'd like to get through here real quick and ask some questions. Okay. So Jeff B, welcome to the show. What's your comment?
So this channel is Liberty Warrior. That's the guy on top left. Of course, most people know who Mustang Medic is if they follow the Anon movement. And then this guy bottom right is Jeff B. He is a guy with intel.
I got to tell you, Mustang Medic surprised me a little bit on this one. He really did.
Yeah. Well, we tried to cover Mustang Medic again. I've covered him before. We tried to cover him again. And when we did, it seemed like he was going through more legit sources. He was trying to verify all his information. If it was just bullshit, he would say, look, I heard this. I've only heard it from 2 people. I don't know if it's true. I can't get nobody. So he was actually trying to do the right thing. But that was recently. Before the first time I covered him, it was just crazy what he was trying to insinuate. But it seems like he's changing. He knows he'll have to or he can't stay in this environment. You got to prove what you're saying.
You can feel the pivot from a lot of these guys. You can feel the pivot happening. Most of them are watching your show.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Froggets post breakup are both enjoying my show.
We got them piling up in here wanting to ask questions. Go for it.
Here
So,
we go.
is it Mustang or Bill? What do you go by?
Well, my name is William Wheating, and my handle is Mustang.
Okay, so you do know the story behind the FBI building.
Hey,
right?
everyone.
Is he eating? He's eating. He's eating on a video show. What the heck is that?
That's not a he.
I want to see this man. Look at this man shoveling the food in his mouth.
That's a lady, Bill.
That's a lady. I can't see. I don't got my glasses on.
That was funny.
Hey, Scab, you're here too. How are you?
I would have said the same thing if like your video pops up and the first thing you're doing is like shoveling food in your mouth. Can't fault him there.
All right, sorry.
How is everybody?
What was the question? I got
So-
distracted.
So you know the deal with the FBI building, right? The true with it being boarded up, right?
It's not boarded up.
Uh-oh.
The entrance is.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Well, the video that was shown,
He's never been challenged on this channel. He didn't know what to do. He's just like
He is
the-
flummoxed. He's like,
the video.
from Citizen Journalist. I'm assuming that's
I get
what you're referring to, right?
I'm not ever referring to anybody like that.
Okay.
When he said Richard Citizen Journalist, Mustang Medic dropped his head and we looked back up. He said, I'm not ever referring to anybody like that. So Mustang Medic is at least verifying sources. So that, I mean, good on him. I wish everybody was like this. Like I said with even Doug, if he's going to go legit and he's going to start covering news, more power to him. But they also got to stop and sit. The other night they covered like military vehicles on the interstate. That's a true story. They had a firsthand account. They videotaped it. But to assume that they're coming to the city to make you take the vax is over the top. That's not. Right. You have no way to knowing what they're doing. You just saw a military vehicle on the interstate.
But they're the type of people that I think would say, we're coming in. We saw them lining everybody up on the side of the road. I'm trying to get a Doug impression going. I'm working on it. But
it'll get there.
There was a point, and look, I saw your coverage of Mike the other night, because what a lot of people don't know is I regularly watch your program. I very much enjoy it, and
thank you.
It's good to be a fan of some of my friends.
Yeah.
So
I wish you had a show so I could watch it. You should start one.
I'm going to start one someday. Someday I'm going to get this on YouTube. But I saw, Mike. That's it. That's Mike talking and say he thinks it's a grift.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wonder where he got that word from.
Whoa.
They've never, ever, ever used that word before, except when my chat tricked them into saying it.
Right. But they're just an absolute 180 on their information. I was thinking you should pull a bunch of their clips that you know of them selling Intel all those times.
Sure.
And then the other day, Doug said, there is no Intel. And then just over and over again, there is no Intel.
Right.
There is no Intel.
Clip.
And wasn't Doug supposed to learn the MonkeyWorks software?
Yes. And someone was teaching him the FlightAware software.
Okay.
I actually have a plan. There is, since we're on a backup channel, I can reveal this. If there's any secret Froggets in here, go tell Doug. We're actually working on a Frogget Mega Show. It's a 2-part series. Since the split, Mike has went further down the rabbit hole. He's giving out dates. He's predicting things. And Doug has trying to go legit. And I applaud Doug for going legit. But he's still making some claims, and he's also pretending that he was never part of the Intel crowd. He was. He was a staple in it. Like you can't forget about all that.
One of the most popular, podcast streams. Out there. So I mean,
Doug himself said the fastest growing YouTube channel, probably. So, I mean, there's that. That's a claim right there. Let's see, Jeff.
Well, no. What I did is when that video first came out, I sent it to the number 4 in the National Security Division that works.
Number 4.
And that was actually, that whole side was boarded up for 2
No.
years for
Yes, that it's not a whole side. It's about 100-foot area. There's a crane there. I videoed it all. I went around it. It's been there for years. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's not boarded up. I mean, it's boarded
correct.
up.
Correct. That's where I was getting to.
But not the entrance. It's open. The building.
No. Correct. Well, here's the weird thing. Right before the whole January 6th issue happened, so
Thanks for everybody jumping in the chat.
a buddy of
Good to see
mine,
everyone.
we both worked at the Bureau.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for joining us.
And he is pretty close to the former White House. Now, right before all of this transpired, all the top level, I guess you could say, good guys in that agency were told to go elsewhere.
So this claim he just made was right before January 6th that all the good guys who worked in national security through the FBI Bureau building were told to leave. Go elsewhere. Different unit, go to the field. All the good guys are out of here. Get out of here. Oh, by the way, I see, real quick, I see A. Capone in chat. Sorry, man, I lost my main channel. I'm on my backup channel, but the boys got their gift in the mail. I wanted to thank you personally for that. We appreciate it. So thank you for sending those into the P.O. box. They wore them on the show last night, actually. But I'm on the backup channel. Nobody saw it, but thank you. But he's claiming that all the good guys left.
Just want to make a quick mention. We were going to go on together, and we were going to broadcast after the thing with Pimpy and Rice and M. We were going to go on iHeartRadio on Mojo 50 with Dominic Izzo, but we are going to be doing that on Monday. So everybody put a heads up for that, and we'll let you know what's going on.
Sure.
We're going to do that. We'll do
So yeah, we're going to be on iHeartRadio Monday with Dominic Izzo, and then on Tuesday we're going to have the show that was supposed to be tonight. So we've got a action-packed first of next week.
Hair to not have on.
That's it. Dominic put a Instagram photo up of a before and after body where he's been working out, and I said, "How do I get to the before body?" He didn't answer. Here we go. All the good guys left DC.
And I didn't know if you knew that or not.
I don't have any evidence for that being true. Who was your source, and how do you have evidence that what's true what you're saying?
Well, he's the number 3 at the National Security Division at the FBI. We served in the Navy.
So you have one source.
It was the number 4. Now it's the number 3. He got a promotion in between the first claim and the second claim. The guy got a promotion.
Yeah, right.
It's amazing.
I was like, wait, so is this a different guy? I'm just curious.
Information travels fast.
But this could be a different guy. He could know number 4 and number 3.
Yeah, number 2, number 1. Who knows? Let's get to the bottom of it.
I mean, if we dig
has
deep enough, I'm sure we could find out who he's talking about.
Yeah. Deputy director is who's got to be, because there's deputy directors under the director. Director would be number 1.
Ones that served in the Navy. Let's break it down.
That's it.
Remember, because they served with him for how many years?
30 years.
30.
There you go.
The FBI. We
So you
served
just
in
have-
the Navy.
So you have one source that has a specific title that told you this.
But yeah, we served together for 30 years.
So you believe
30 years.
it's true that the FBI
Yeah.
building is closed?
No. No, I never said that.
Whoa.
Never said that.
What?
No, I'm just saying they were instructed, certain individuals within that he's not a 7th floor deal, to go to other field sites because there's very limited staffing at the FBI right now. That's fact. That's undisputed.
That's
But
fact
I
and
just-
undisputed? How is that fact and undisputed that there's limited staffing on the FBI?
Ooh.
I can. You want the exact number?
No, I know. I don't want numbers. I want how is it a fact what you just said? What's the evidence?
Ruh-roh.
The evidence. I don't want to dox the guy.
By the way, he even throws in the 7th floor thing. So the 7th floor is supposed to be like the upper echelons of the FBI. A lot of people that were said to be like conspiring against Trump when all that happened with the FBI, with Flynn and Trump, and that were all 7th floor guys. There's even notes that mention like, what are the guys on the 7th floor going to say, kind of deal. So I don't think Mustang Medic even cared to know what he was talking about when he said that. Then he's got numbers.
Sorry, I hope everybody's hitting the like, by the way, as we're in here right now.
Oh yeah,
so we can get this stuff out.
That's right. Hit the like button.
So you can't
because
prove what you're saying. You can't prove what you're
saying.
saying.
I can.
Right. Okay.
Not over. Mike, give.
So you can't prove what you're saying. Oh, I can't. I can't. Right. Exactly. Right. Let's watch that one more time. That was too good.
Like you're saying. You can't prove what you're saying.
I can.
Right. Okay.
Not over.
Look at what his face did. Oh my!
By giving my contact information.
I'm not
absolutely
asking for contact information. I'm asking for. This is the thing.
He don't want your information.
I never report that way, the way you're doing it, because if I've got sources, yes, and yes,
right.
I show video of what I see on the ground that I can prove. If I walk around and tell people that the rancher from Montana said this, so it must be true, I can't do that because I can't go from one source. I've got 4 sources that have told me things about the tunnels, and I'm still waiting to see if it's confirmed. So I don't talk about it to be fact because I only have a limited amount of sources. Do you follow me?
Exactly. The old saying used to be that you had to have at least 3 sources saying the exact same thing, and that was a minimum. That was like, I only got 3 people kind of deal. I'm kind of putting it up there and hoping it's true. That you had to have multiple sources. Jeff B thought that he was going to come on and Mustang Medic's going to be like, oh my God, you got that kind of intel? Can you start, is there any way you can email me and could I get some more information from you? And could I, he thought he was going to worship him like the chat does. Didn't happen. You hate to see it, but you also love to see it.
And I'm real careful about that because I never.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not, and I'm not saying that at all. But where I was getting to is I worked at that agency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's right, Jim.
And so the gentleman who when that whole video come out, the big conspiracy about it being closed.
Do what? What'd you say?
Can he prove what he just said? I worked at that agency. Which one?
Yeah. He talks
in the building, in the FBI building, he said.
So chat comes to defend him. I'm gonna finish playing the clip, but I don't have the part where he leaves. I just have the part where he leaves. But if you wait around, and he comes back in and people are like, he got burnt, he left. He's like, no, I'm still here. I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. And he even mentions, damn, I can't remember the nomenclature for it. It just slipped my mind. Hold on just a second. He even mentions the form number for your federal government employment personnel file. It's not an SF. It's I can't remember. Anyways, I can't remember the nomenclature for it. An 086. I can't remember, but it's like the file that proves that your federal employment, basically, outside the military. It's not a military document. It's like if you go outside the military and work. He's in the chat talking about, I'm going to pull that, and I'm going to do this, blah, 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 but he never mentions it again. He disappears. He actually comes on a show after this, and they're like, I'm sure you got a lot to talk about, huh, Jeff? And he's like, oh, yeah, did you see the lawsuit? Did you see Trump? Did you see the prime minister of Haiti or whatever, the president of Haiti was assassinated, all that shit, but he never talks again about his personnel file.
Right.
I sent that off.
I'm sure I would have a couple questions.
To ask him, hey, what the hell's the deal?
Right.
I've never seen this before. And he said, well, that was like that for about a year and a half.
Because of COVID.
Right, correct. And it wasn't there anymore. That's the point I was getting to.
Yeah, it's SF-86.
Go ahead.
No, by all means, go ahead.
To my understanding is that the reason we are kind of a ghost town in DC right now is because of during COVID, they had everybody working from home, and they're getting resistance.
Right. That's exactly right. So one of the biggest cities to shut down during this whole shit with COVID was literally DC, right? They had to prove that they were putting their money where their mouth was. So when the shutdowns happened, that's why there's limited capacity everywhere. I don't want to overstep bounds, but this may, I don't have any proof, I don't have any sources, this may cause a shift completely in how people work. There are companies now that are seeing that it's actually better to let people work remotely, let people work from home. There are companies that never plan on recalling their employees back. We might have that in the federal government.
It's a better model for them.
Sure.
And a lot of these companies can get rid of a lot of expensive real estate if they're going to do it this way.
Sure. And even the companies that didn't have computers and shit to send you home with to work on, they've already purchased them. They're already writing them off. It's not like they can return them all now. Like, they've got the setup. They're ready to go. They should be good for at least 5 years on the hardware they got. So why not leave them where they're at? They already spent the money. Like, they can save a lot by doing it this way.
Thanks, Rabbit.
People want to continue to work from home. They really don't want to commute in every day and go back into their offices. So government buildings, for the most part, are on limited staff of people that want to come in.
Make sure
they're not being forced to come back in. They can work at home.
That's right.
Kind of change the structure of the way people do work because of COVID. So, and I think just saying that word I don't think it's going to get us in trouble. So a number of buildings are limited staffed, which is creating an image of potential martial law, or the government's empty, or it's operating somewhere else. But I think it's really, from what I understand from the sources that I have, is that it's just people just want to stay at home. It's not anything bigger than that at the moment that I can prove.
Yeah, I would say to a certain extent, like people at the IRS, some people at Treasury, but like agents, I think they want to get back. That's my.
What is this? What is this empty?
I've spoken to two sets.
What is this empty uplit room? It's gray.
I don't know. My chat won't let him live it down, and he knows it. Like, he sees them talking shit. It looks like, I told him he needs to change his camera angle. He looks like he's on the top bunk, and he's been sent to his room. Underneath, he's got so much room for activities.
Right. You want to come down here and be spaceships? You do spaceships. I got all the joysticks. All the joysticks are here.
My chat loves to say he's up on the top bunk. Someone said it, and I started repeating it. And then they won't let him live it down. He's so close to the ceiling. What is he doing up there?
Is he a Nephilim? Is he related to Mike?
Let's finish this.
And the light, the uplight, where you could just see that scary, spooky shadow in the back.
Oh yeah. It's bad lighting and bad camera placement. I told him that if he just moved his camera up to eye level, he would look a lot better when he appears on all this. Even if it's on his laptop, stack it up on some books, man. You wouldn't believe how my shit's rigged over here. Like, it's zip tied up and hanging on. And
above, shooting up is never a good idea.
So I've spoken to 4,
especially for Jason Q. We can see what his dealer dropped off 5 minutes ago.
Ground agent, FBI agents. They were actually investigating me. And to their credit, I really love them because they left a voicemail for me saying they did send agents to my parents' house, and it was such a gift because I wouldn't have recorded them without their knowledge. Just, I don't do that to people. I mean, Project Veritas has this thing, and I love him for it. It's not my style, the way I get information.
Oh yeah, go ahead and record a couple federal agents without telling them. That's a good idea.
Them, proving to people that I'm not.
Yeah. You can see the chat starting to back Jeff. By the way, someone said, Jeff, start speaking Chinese and see if he understands you. Jeff, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to answer these questions. Don't let him speak to you that way. Watch the chat over there on the side. It's funny.
Okay, yeah.
Not going to do any kind of secret grab video on them, and I'm building up a reputation that way, and they do good too. No, I'm not picking on him in any way. I think Project Veritas is doing us a great service, as well as Julian Assange. But the how do I say this? We have to be careful not to read into things in assumptions and be hyperbolic in our messaging, because if
Is that about Jeff
shiny objects,
banning people from Telegram?
No, I think that's
Mustang.
I think that's talking about their group, because a lot of people got banned in that chat last night. A lot of people that hang out in my Telegram got banned in that chat last night for asking questions. I saw some people complaining about it. So Liberty Warrior, I think, honestly tries to run a legitimate show where he lets people people talk. Sometimes he gets wound up, and I think he jumps in when he shouldn't if he's running a fair platform. But his mods are really bad, and they even give out warnings like, yeah, but if you come up here acting stupid, not only are we going to ban you, we're going to report your channel, and YouTube's going to take your whole channel down and shit like that. I understand trolls are trolls and you get rid of trolls, but some people are just asking questions that the mods don't want to see, and they ban those people, and that's not right.
You know what? I do like his billboard thing there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks cool with him behind him.
We are not going to be unified, which we need to be in the midterms to get constitutionalists in that want limited terms. If we keep going past these deadlines, I think the new one's August now. March 4th was one of the deadlines.
Yeah.
The inaugural one of the deadlines. And we keep going past it, and then we keep saying, well, something changed. Then we're wasting our time in looking like we're just doing it for the clicks and the views. So I do everything I can in my power to have a video to back up what I show. And
that's the best way to do it.
If
I didn't like him
this
2 weeks ago,
in this
and
thing,
I like him now.
Yeah, I like what he's doing, honestly.
Yeah, gotta say.
Now, I think he's changed. I think it's for the better. He's becoming what journalists should be. I'm not even saying what journalists actually do. He's becoming what journalists should be, and even our mainstream journalists are not like that anymore. I'm glad what he's doing. He's got to have it on video. He's got to have more than a few sources. He's not just going to name drop and say so-and-so told me. Even if they did, one person telling you, they could just be lying or trying to spread misinformation or whatever. Maybe they just like to troll like I do. I'll give out all kinds of intel. You call me up.
And he certainly, from his recognition that he got from this, did not get shitty like some people we know.
That's right.
Whose names begin with D.
Then we're kind of being gossips about what one person said, because I've got military people that have given me intel that's been wrong. I didn't report on it, thank God.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, I didn't even talk about it. So
right,
there's a curveball.
I believe that in time, people will see that the people that just report the truth and don't report the rumor, they're going to be more valued than the people that are doing it, because their lifespan online is going to be short, because all they're doing is reporting rumor, and I really believe that. And some people that
Oh, by the way, chat, just to clarify, I don't think he's talking specifically about Jeff right here. He's talking about the movement in a whole, and I think that's something wrong with the movement. They're spreading rumors. I like Liberty Warrior. I think he's trying to do a good job. Like I said, I think there was one time that I was watching and somebody come in, a dissenting opinion, to speak with Jeff, and I felt like Liberty jumped in a little too quick. He was excited. He got worked up, and he should have let them two kind of have it out. And then if he had an issue, he should have had it separately. But that's like small shit, and you can't expect him to know that. He's not a professional interviewer. I was just mentioning that. I think he's trying to do a good job over there at his channel. I think his mods are a little bit overzealous at times, and he's doing what he can. I like his channel. I watch it. Probably the first 15 minutes every day before I start my show, it pops up and I play it. So he seems like a good dude. I don't know what's going on with Jeff here.
That's what they're going to do, and that's fine, you know. But for me, I really answer to God.
Thanks, guys.
And I have to trust him, even to my own financial hurt. If my story is boring and it's only going to get 3,000 views, but if I say this and it's going to get me 20,000 views, which I could do, I'm a marketing guy, that would be a short-term gain. But in the long term, I'll be gone like everybody else is going to be gone.
Oh, he is smart.
The rest of my life, trying to find out the truth.
Exactly. He even says, look, we're all going to be gone eventually, but if I'm out here and I'm using unvalidated, somebody told me name dropping style techniques, we're just going to be gone quicker. And everybody says that they're doing something for the nation. When they call me out because I like to joke and make fun, they're like, "What are you doing for the country? What?" This is just in general, nobody in particular. What, you're just sitting on your ass, blah blah blah. It's a disservice to come out here and just name drop and spread rumors and get people excited and get people looking at this. Somebody's got to set back in reality and figure out what's actually going on and call the people out that are not giving honest opinions.
Beginning of wisdom is to recognize that we don't know 95% of what's going on. We don't.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Let's give Scad Warrior 2 an opportunity to comment or ask a question here. She's been waiting for a minute. So
that's me, voiceover.
Welcome, Scad Warrior. How are you this evening?
I think Jeff wanted another shot at it, and he kind of got skipped over. I think he kind of left a bad taste in his mouth. He doesn't look too happy there.
It's good to see you again, man. I'm glad you made it home safe.
Oh, thanks. Good to see you again, Mike, and you too, Mustang Medic.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on just a second. Let me back up. I thought I saw something in chat.
When you
Mustang, can I say something?
When you first sent me this video, honestly, I thought you were fucking with me because the Adidas jacket, the hat, I thought it was like another face because it kind of looks like my living room setup when I'm in my living room area, you know?
Right.
A second studio with a little lounge kind of thing with the picture behind it. I thought you were fucking with it. I thought it was a different face for a second. I was like, oh, okay. So take the plate. So he is fucking.
You can see chat. You can see the chat defending him. The regular panel has been very respectful. They're calling him disrespectful. I don't think he's disrespectful. He asked him to verify his sources. And if that hurts your feelings, then you shouldn't be reporting things. If I come out and say, okay, guys, here it is. This is what happened. And someone says, what's your sources? I'm not going to be like, you disrespectful piece of shit.
Right.
There are channels that do that. Like the Frog News will do that. They'll say, oh, you want to know our sources? Go ask CNN for their source. Scott McKay does this. You want to know my source? Go ask CNN for their source. Huh? How about that? Okay, I can ask them for their source. Like, where'd you source this article? I usually do it through email.
Clay, send it to the Vatican.
Glad you made it home safe.
The House of Windsor.
Good to see you again, Mike, and you too, Mustang Medic.
Thank you. Sorry for picking on you about the food.
Oh, well, I've been gone for 5 days, like you guys have. And when your mama gives you cake,
you dip
cake.
You eat the cake. Gotcha.
That's just what you do. So, I'm staying.
Oh, disconnected.
Jenga.
Oh, man. Where'd you go? Out of here.
Wow.
Who's your source? Who's their source? Can you corroborate it through 3 different people minimum? Oh man, that looked rough. It's a bad clip, boys. That was a bad clip. I don't think Jeff was very happy about that one.
Wow, Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do.
I do think that Jeff probably knows people. The problem I have with people who know people is if it's the type of person who will, he says later, like we have a certain way of asking people to where they give us information without giving us information. The type of people that would just spread that type of national security information just because you used to work with this guy or you used to know this guy or you're friends with this other guy is probably not the type of people I want information from to begin with. I don't feel like they're a reliable source. They can't even keep their mouth shut when they're supposed to for work or for the national security or for the president or whoever. those are not the type of people I would want to trust, unless it's like a thing where they come out and they're exposing someone and they need to come out, whistleblower. I believe in all that. That stuff needs to exist, and those people need to be protected if true. But the guy that would just drop information on an unsecured phone line because you called him up and asked him about the weekend, I don't know that they're giving the best information. And who would trust them? I wouldn't. Right. But I don't know. I thought that clip was funny.
And there were,
you got any?
There was just some of the discussions about some of the contracts that people have and have to sign, and certain different lengths of contracts for confidentiality and whatnot, like the real ones.
Yeah, depending on your clearance and what type of information you're seeing, you got different lengths of stuff that you non-disclosures for. I hate to use that because Charlie burns it up, but to where you can't speak about what you've been doing for 75, 100 years, whatever. I understand that, like, I've called friends before and they couldn't tell me where they were at, but they would kind of hint to where they were at, blah blah blah. But as far as like troop movements, why someone's doing this, where people are at, numbers, stuff like that, very specific things, there's no way. There's no way I would ever expect them to tell me that, or I would try to get them to tell me that. It's just it's something that's protecting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, just to ask them to give me that type of information would put them in a position where they either have to choose: is this my friend, or do I keep the contract I signed? And what if he does something negative with this information? What if I was selling it to China? Who knows? Or
so realistically, what kind of penalties are there for some of these breach of a military NDA?
Oh, it's prison. Like they're going to prison if they're spreading information. It can prove who the leak comes back to. That's why so many people were upset with Hillary Clinton. I know a guy who took a selfie on a submarine and sent it to his wife that he hadn't seen in a few months because they were on float. They were out on the submarine. Took a selfie on a submarine and ended up in prison for it. Like, but some people are giving out Trump's secret plan and the military's numbers and where they're at and where they're holding the babies and all this crazy shit. It's just, that's why so many people were mad about Hillary Clinton, because she walked away scot-free. And we know people, if you've been in the military long enough, you've heard the story, or you know someone that got in trouble for something they thought was innocuous. They didn't think it'd cause any trouble, and they put it out there, and then you get brought up on charges.
So
it's pretty crazy.
Speaking, disinformation or misinformation, or the is really, there's nothing particularly illegal about it. Yeah, I'm flashing. Spacey again.
So the problem I have with disinformation is, at their level, even if it was disinformation, the only way to get them to believe it is they believe it's real information. And it would be the same okay, let's say we have a unit and we're moving up north in 3 days to attack a village. But I'm told that we're going south to resupply. Now, I would be given that as good intel, and I would spread that as good intel if I did. I would spread it thinking that it was good intel. Whether it's good or not, it's still the same charge for spreading that intel. Even if they were, the only reason they'd be giving you disinformation, you personally disinformation, and you don't know it, is they're trying to catch you. And it's still the same penalty. It doesn't matter if it's accurate or not. If I think it's accurate and I spread it, it's still the same jail sentence, still the same time. Like they don't care that you don't know that it was disinformation or whatever. So I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Really, I think we just have to look to reality, and the simplest explanation is Occam's razor. That's probably it. We don't have to do meat hooks and every man I've ever seen has sexually assaulted me. We don't have to go that far. I think we're good just in reality. Did you see the Tony, one last thing. Did you see the Bishop Larry Gators and his stop check?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. He did not get paid.
Ooh, you Blueberry Hill, what the hell?
Yeah, you Mayberry Hick trailer park mentality demons.
Wow.
He was very upset.
He was. And first of all, why is he taking a check? I mean, in this day and age of
from grifters,
instant cash, he's going to take a check from
You wouldn't let Charlie Ward or somebody like that pay you with a check?
Oh, kidding me?
Gold bricks is all I take. Vatican gold.
Hey, whatever's on the table is, I guess, what you're going to have to get, right?
Well, see, the quantum checks can be verified instantly. Maybe it was a quantum check. See, what he didn't know is they're replacing all the money with quantum money in the banks, and that was the stop payment. That was
He put it in the wrong thing, and it stopped it automatically with the system to protect everyone.
He put it in the 3D account, and they knew in his heart that he meant the 5D account, so they stopped it.
But they're gonna coach him so he can advance further next time he tries. He's going to get a timeout
for sure, at least. All right, Tony, you coming on the main show tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to.
Yeah, hit us up. We'll bring you on for a piece of it or whatever. Maybe we'll cover some Nino or something. Whatever you want to cover. Bring something with you, and we'll cover it for the show.
You got it.
I'll give you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining us. From the pineapple to the big apple, from Maine to Spain. If you want to catch me on another channel, catch me on obviously the Twitter. Instagram is popping. Always some really crazy, vicious shit going on. I got to get on Telegram. What's up with Telegram? I'm not on Telegram yet.
Yeah, Telegram's just like a big group chat, but we have fun over there. That's where we coordinate our missions.
Oh, okay.
We're secret agents. Yeah.
I love it. All right, man.
We'll see you on the next one, Tony. Thanks for joining us. Guys, if you're still watching my show, I appreciate you coming out. We'll see you later. Have a good one, guys.
Take another hit.
Yes, the makeup show Monday for iHeartRadio and Tuesday for the group of people for Pimpy and everybody else. Yeah, I forgot about that. We'll see you guys Monday and Tuesday and tonight with Tony.
Oh, thanks, guys. Full set.
Lose your mind with me. With clenched fists, my hands steady. I'm ready to take this leap of faith, and my palms sweaty. I'm so afraid, in a state of panic. I'm a best case. I step back. I'm hell bent. In this first attempt, gotta keep the pace. If God forgives, I'm ready to live this life full of unpromised days. So fuck it now. I'm all in. Hate motherfuckers wanna keep me down, and what goes around, it comes around. If heaven don't want me, then I'm hellbound. And inside my man, it's Southside land. Set fire to the past, walk through these ashes, fighting for the best. Step black, fetish shopping. Come and take a ride with me, motherfucker. Hop in. Welcome back at a full clip. All aboard this crazy train. No money, no cars, no champagne, but I'm still alive and I can't complain. We're trauma free, it's plain to see. Getting used to these growing pains. Success is certain. Back to work and goddamn, I can feel the change. Side of the coin, I'm paranoid. On the surface, I play it cool and I'm afraid of heights, but out of spite, you put me up on this pedestal. But I love you, and I can't deny. Drive myself crazy with the reasons why I can't come to terms with the word goodbye. And the reason is there's no reply. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, Show me the beauty when the color fades, Give me the courage, so I'm not afraid, Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, Show me the beauty when the color fades, Give me the courage, so I'm not afraid, Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, So I sit back and relax, still asking myself the same questions. Ignore the facts, I can't turn back. God, please answer me. I'm sick of guessing. I clench my fist, it's gut wrenching. Show me the way to the peace that I'm missing. I'm not religious, but remember this: I live my life with the best of intentions. Don't bullshit me. It's hard to believe, and everything around me is so diseased. So answer this: who the fuck are you, and who the fuck am I supposed to be? Should I listen to God and all His prophets to the degree that aligns my pocket? Listen